We begin our meetings with prayer, something I believe is very, very important. It's also a wonderful opportunity to bring up our dear friends in the community, learn about everyone's houses of worship, learn more about who lives in our town. We love our residents. You are part of the family, and that's why we begin with prayer, because it's important to learn who the religious leaders are. And as we learn more about each other, you all know this, what better way to end hate than to develop relationships with the people in your family, in this case, our town of Oyster Bay family. And we have some very, very special family members with us this evening, and we're looking forward to bringing you up and recognizing those in the audience. So, with that in mind, 27 came around, I became supervisor. My colleagues all joined the town board at different times. We let everyone know we will begin town board meetings with prayer. And what did they say to us? You can't have prayer. You can't mix church and state. And my answer was simple. If it's good enough for the New York State Assembly and good enough for the New York State Senate, it's good enough for the town of Oyster Bay. So with that, to learn more about the congregation, I'm asking a wonderful friend, Rabbi Ron Chalag of Syosset, who is joined by his lovely wife, Cheryl. Would you please approach and lead us in prayer? Would everyone please rise?
I'm joined by my friend and colleague, Rabbi Shalom Lipschitz. Shalom, Rabbeinu Shel Olam, Sovereign of the universe. We gather here this day in the town of Oyster Bay with gratitude for the blessings of community, freedom, and shared purpose. As we observe Jewish Heritage Month, we take time to honor the rich history, enduring faith, and meaningful contributions of the Jewish people here in this town, across the nation, and throughout the generations. From those who first arrived seeking refuge and opportunity, to those who have built families, businesses, houses of worship, and institutions of learning, Jewish life has helped shape the fabric of this community. Their stories are woven with resilience, perseverance, and a deep commitment to justice, education, and acts of loving kindness, chesed. May we be mindful of the sacred responsibility entrusted to those who serve the public. As is written in the Torah, Tzedek, tzedek tirdaf, justice, justice shall you pursue. Inspire the leaders of this town to pursue fairness with clarity, to govern with wisdom, and to uphold the dignity of every resident. Grant this council patience in deliberation, openness in dialogue, and strength in decision-making. Help them seek not only what is expedient, but what is right. May they be guided by a spirit of unity, even in times of disagreement, remembering that the work they do is in service to the common good in the public. And may we always strive to bring shalom, peace into our homes, our streets, and our civic life, a peace that is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice, harmony, and goodwill. Bless this town, bless its leaders, bless its residents, and God bless America. And let us say, Amen. And now my friend and colleague, Rabbi Shalom Lipschitz, will say a few words.
Thank you. So as the supervisor, Saladino, spoke a few moments ago about the importance of learning about other cultures and other people, I figured today is such a special day on the Jewish calendar, the day of Lag Baomer. And many people outside the Jewish community are not aware of what is Lag Baomer and why is it celebrated. So I wanted to take a moment, and I'll try to be brief, to explain one of the powerful messages of Lag Baomer. In about the year 100, in the Common Era, there was a great rabbi, Rabbi Akiva. He was a quite ignorant boy, and at the age of 40, he decided he's going to start learning. And he was a shepherd boy, but at 40 years old, he joined kindergarten, he learned the alphabet, and he started to learn, and he became one of the greatest Jewish leaders. And the main teaching he taught and emphasized was a verse in the Torah, love your neighbor as yourself. And he always emphasized, love your neighbor as yourself. He ended up leading 24,000 students, and they loved each other. But they were missing an important ingredient, which was respect. Because they loved each other so much, they thought that the way they see the world is the way their 24,000 colleagues should see the world. And so they tried to impose their view on others out of a deep sense of love. And that love led to a great division. And because of that great division, they weren't protected. They were missing God's protection, and a plague wiped out all 24,000 students. That was a terrible plague that hit that community at that time. And Lag Baomer celebrates the end of that plague and Rabbi Akiva's commitment to start again. He found 5 new students, and that saved all Jewish learning was saved from Rabbi Akiva's commitment after he said, we need love, but we also need respect. And that's very important for residents and the leaders to realize that not everyone will see things the same way. Everyone will see things different, and we have to respect the dignity of one another and love one another. Thank you.
Thank you to both of you. Thank you, Rabbi Shalom Lipschitz, for all you do and for being with us today. And of course, another good friend, Rabbi Ron Chilig of Sayas, you and your dear wife are with us. We're so pleased to have so many very important Jewish leaders in the community, and it is so important that we continue to work together as one family, as Americans in the town of Oyster Bay. The principles of America is that we protect one another. We love each other with an open mind, recognizing our differences are something to celebrate. And we do this in this town, and I'd like to think we do it very well. And the commitment of this board is second to none when it comes to this. So important. I personally am very blessed to have so many good friends, and many, many of them are Jewish. One of my good friends, who happens to be a very devout Jewish person, is Jeff Pravado, although his name doesn't sound like it. And Jeff and I went to Israel together, and I can tell you I'm a changed man because of it. We must continue to protect our Jewish brothers and sisters, to educate everyone, to accept everyone, but to make sure that we do not tolerate hate in this town, beginning with making it very clear that we do not tolerate hate toward Jewish people here in this country and throughout the world.